Lights, camera,
action.
And this is the bottom line. Energy level.
Depleting.
Hey everybody, I'm Doug.
And I'm Paige.
It is the bottom line. Welcome, hurry up, we gotta go.
Okay.
What do we got?
Okay, so you have our sponsors.
Which are?
Marine Data Solutions.
I got 99 problems on board.
The internet's not one of them.
And you know what? A special thanks to Marine Data Solutions. They were the anchor sponsor for the party. By the way, we had 835 people at the bottom line party.
Thank you for coming out. So
Next.
awesome to see you all.
Yes, big thanks to Marine Data Solutions. They pulled this together. Next year we're gonna have 2,000. Okay, next.
All right, our next sponsor, Salty Rags Crew Apparel.
Salty Rags Crew Apparel. You know what they do? Murder, extortion, blackmail.
All of it.
They don't dig holes. They drive around black cars with tinted windows. They're scary. No, they also do crew bedding. They do inventory, or they don't do inventory. They do linens. They do crew uniforms. Check out Dave.
clothe you.
Dave is so busy because of the show. Just keep calling. Hey, if you want a job, call Dave. He needs help. All right, next.
We have Hargrave Custom Yachts.
The middle word in Hargrave Custom Yachts is?
Custom.
Custom. Why? I think it's just awesome that if you are a yacht crew and your boss buys a yacht, you can help design it. I mean, I helped design this boat. That's
Yes.
pretty awesome. So tell them.
Crew knows.
We want a
We know.
Hargrave. We want a Hargrave. I think crews should design a boat and send
Yeah,
it to
They
Hargrave.
should.
The cruise quarters are going to be like this big and the guest accommodation.
Really this big.
Okay,
They
next.
don't need it. So we have Interior Technology Services.
You know what they do? What do?
They clean our carpet.
And the walls and
And
the
the walls.
cushions and everything else. And
Everything.
Listen, and it's very important that if you need fire retardant certificates for your carpets, they can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're authorized to do that. Now, how do you know?
How do you know?
You get the engineer, and then you take a torch, and if your carpet burns, you don't need the
No,
certificate.
you don't need it.
No.
Just
If
try it out.
Doesn't burn, that means it's fire retardant. Retardant. That means you do need a certificate. So that's an easy way to tell. Okay, let's jump right into it.
No, wait.
What?
But
What?
we have Dave Hull.
Oh my God, Marina Mile Yachting Center kicked in for the
Yes,
party.
we did.
Dave, thanks for coming. Thanks for doing that.
Thank
You guys
you.
should really thank them. And who else?
And we have Admiral Canvas.
Admiral Canvas. They're really cool people. We met them at the party.
Yes, you did.
And
Thank
they
you so much.
They kicked down for the party too.
You guys are awesome.
They
Thank
do
you.
enclosures. They do furniture, cushions and all that stuff.
Awesome.
Really good people.
Call them.
Really good people.
Call them
Met them. I really like them a lot. And of course, Dave. I've known Dave for 15 years. By the way, if you want your boat hauled out, call Dave. Okay, let's jump right into yacht industry news. Do the thing.
boom, boom,
Get to
boom.
do 'em. Okay, yacht industry news. What do we got?
We support
What do we support?
the $150 pay rate.
Pay the Munchkins $150 a day. Give me a break.
We
Feed them
need
lunch.
them.
We need them.
We need them.
I mean, without new people coming into yachting, it's all over.
Mm-hmm.
I send $30 a month to, I forget what country, it's like this poor country, to support puppies. I don't get to see them. I get pictures sent every
A
month.
heart of gold.
Yeah, they don't get older. It's really weird. And sometimes they change color. Okay, next. All right, next. What else? What we got?
All right, so on a lighter note, we have some bad news.
Oh.
We actually just lost one of our fellow yachties.
What was his nickname?
Marty, the one-man party.
Marty, one-man party, or Marty Krog, and his friends call him sometimes Krogy. He was a big guy in yachting, big sailor. I met him years ago in Fort Lauderdale. I think he was living in a zebra-painted van or something. It was really strange.
that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
No, it was hand-painted.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, this guy lived life to the fullest. I'm going to tell you. This is what yachting is all about. Or anyway, since I joined, it's not like today. I mean, back then, you saw something you wanted to do, you did it. I mean, we crossed oceans and through storms. We didn't know the storms were coming. We just hung on for dear life.
Yeah.
If somebody bitched and complained, you're like, shut up and go sit in the corner. And then years later.
That's not nice.
No, but years later, they're like,
I'm
"That was
offended."
that was the best time of my life. Okay, yeah. Now it's like,
offended.
do you need a personal life counselor? Or if you can go, hey, did you see the girl with the things? And you're like, I'm offended.
I'm offended.
Yeah, no. Can we talk about your feelings?
No.
No. So listen, back then, I mean, he lived in that era where we just didn't care. I still don't care, but
And we have the tribute to...
yeah. Wait. Here's some
Yeah.
pictures. I want to show you some pictures. Here he is out sailing, Captain Marty.
Video.
And here he is partying with Paris Hilton.
Ooh, popular guy.
They were engaged for a short period of time.
Well, look at that.
Yeah. That's a rumor.
Maybe.
Anyway, Marty was one of those guys that is going to be sorely missed in yachting. If you had the opportunity to hang out with him, you know how much fun he was. I didn't know him personally, but Antigua during the yacht races, he was always down there at the English Harbor causing trouble. He was a good guy. Matter of fact, he's touched so many hearts that take a look at this video. Okay, so that was like 20 seconds. That went on for 2.5 minutes over in Palma. The farewell to Marty from Yacht Crew. This is such a small community, and once in a while, certain people touch you, and he's touched a lot of people, and now he's sailing off into that golden sunset.
Yeah.
Anyway, he will be missed. Okay, real quick, we got a shout out to Adrian Gang. Adrian, you didn't come to the party, and I called her, and she's like, I can't come, I'm cooking. I'm like, oh God, but you know what she was cooking for? World Central Kitchen, where? In Fort
Myers.
Fort Myers. She volunteered to cook. Here's a picture of her and all the other chefs. So Adrian went over there to help cook for people who don't have electricity. All right. Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah.
Thank you,
we all know you all know Adrian from Below Deck. I don't like to use that word, but we know Adrian from Renaissance because she's been on here plenty of times.
She's my cabin mate.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Okay. So anyway, next.
All right. So the BVIs are coming up with a lot of new requirements.
I used to charter in BVIs. What's going on now?
A lot.
Sean Camphor, Captain Sean on the motor yacht taillights. Just reported that he is actually compliant with the British Virgin Islands Charter. Blah.
The only one.
I'm not going to go through everything, but it's completely ridiculous. Photo, brochure, intended charter plan, intended map, letter of recognition, insurance, copies of this, passports, bio page for all. It goes on.
Everything.
The boats over in the USVI are like, well, we're losing about 40% of our income because we can't go over to BVIs and charter because nobody wants to charter in the USVIs. You got St. Thomas, you got St. John's. And frankly, you go to St. John's to get out of St. Thomas. So let me explain how hard it is. Sean thinks he's the only yacht. So do the British Virgin Islands. They actually put out a press release and they're holding an event to congratulate Sean on getting out and getting this done.
For being the only one.
This is madness. All right, more to follow on that. Remember, I reported about 6 months ago they seized 145 boats. They're taking this seriously.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
All right, so there's a cook shortage. We need some cooks.
We all knew that.
And the U.S. Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard?
The Coast Guard. They need to eat.
Oh, that's the Navy. Go ahead. What's going on? So there's a cook shortage.
There's a cook shortage.
Nobody wants to be a cook in the Coast Guard. What are they doing?
However, but if you want to be a cook in the Coast Guard,
culinary training,
and you have a culinary degree, you can get a $50,000 bonus.
All you gotta do is sign up. 50 grand.
50 grand.
What if you have a culinary certificate?
You get 45,000.
45 grand. Bam! Right in your pocket. That's like BMW money. Okay.
However,
what?
If you don't, and you only have just the interest in cooking,
they're not going to give you anything for that.
They're going to give you $40,000.
Oh my God! So you can join the Coast Guard and go, I think I want to be a cook?
$40,000.
$40,000.
You don't have to cook good.
That's a nice Volkswagen. Okay.
However, if you're already there, they're going to give you $30,000 to re-enlist.
They are throwing a lot of money around. I'm going to tell you why. Because the Coast Guard's constantly strapped with cash. So what they've done was they've contracted all the bases, the shoreside facilities, to contract to cook chefs come in. So what's happening is if you're a Coast Guard chef, you're the only place you can go is on a ship because all the bases have contracted chefs, which is stupid. Yeah. All right, so that's why everybody's getting out and not cooking in the Coast Guard because who wants to spend their whole life at the only place you can work is on the ship. In the old days, it was like you work on a ship, then you go to the base, then you go back and forth. You have a little bit of, that's stupid.
However, you get some cushion money.
Oh. Well, they say that the Coast Guard is actually their readiness level is in crisis because apparently they can't go out and save lives if there's nobody to cook.
Man's got to eat.
Man's got to eat. Okay, next, what do we got?
We got Tech Talk.
Tech Talk. Do the Tech Talk thing. Okay, Tech Talk. What do we got? Okay, Tech Talk. What are we talking about in Tech Talk today?
That's a good question.
Technically speaking,
can
to follow the or the charter, motif of the show. If you're a foreign flag vessel in the U.S., bareboat chartering, can you do that? You don't know. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Yes, you can. But very interesting thing came up. There was a charter boat, and I'm not going to mention names because we're not talking about fires, that burned down in the Keys that was foreign flag, U.S. crew, on charter. In U.S. waters.
That's not a good charter.
Now, the NTSB got involved. That's the National Transportation Safety Bureau.
Hold on. My phone's ringing.
Your phone's ringing.
Sorry.
We have to, okay.
Oh, sorry.
So, technically speaking,
Technically,
can you charter a foreign flag vessel in U.S. waters with a U.S. crew?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay, but there are some problems. Now, following our charter motif for the show, I want to bring up something that maybe a lot of people don't know. So, there was a boat on charter, foreign flag, U.S. crew, in the Keys that burned to the waterline.
That doesn't sound like a fun charter.
It wasn't a fun charter. Actually, it was a fire sale. No, we're not going to talk about fires. Okay, but anyway, that means the NTSB gets involved. Do you know who the NTSB is?
They're the National Transportation Safety Board.
That's right. So they did an investigation, find out why there was a fire, and they came up with a couple other things. Now, this is the important part, okay, for you guys with foreign flag bareboat chartering in the U.S. Just because you meet the recreational standards by the U.S. Coast Guard to be operating your vessel in U.S. waters does not does not allow you to skip your flag state requirements.
No.
The NTSB has found out that this vessel was not under commercial UK large commercial yacht code or the LY2, which requires this was a Cayman Island flag boat, by the way. Any vessel over 24 meters has to comply if they're chartering. Basically, in a nutshell, the Cayman Islands are like, well, we don't care that you are bareboat chartering. You are chartering. Mm-hmm. So you might be compliant with the U.S. standards in U.S. waters, but the Cayman Islands, according to the NTSB, said that they did not meet those requirements, and that is an issue for them.
That's an issue.
Yes, so just because you're a bareboat chartering over here does not mean that you can overlook your requirements over there. This boat was not compliant with the Cayman Islands flag state because they are not LY2 compliant. That caused some problems with them, and unfortunately the NTSB said if they were compliant, they would have had exhaust fans that remotely stopped to close off the natural ventilation that might have put out the fire. So they got a little bit of an issue. Just keep that.
The small one.
Just a small one. All right, just keep that in mind. Just because you're chartering and recreational over here does not mean that you can forego your flag state requirements. If you're chartering, they don't care if you're bareboat chartering. Okay, we're going in the bottom feeders.
Bottom feeders.
Give me the shark. Okay, give me 3.
All right, bottom feeders. We have Dana Muntz. She's chef.
Chef, she was at the party.
Hi.
Really nice girl.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. She actually invited me to a captain's dinner.
Oh, you're popular.
Yeah, with a whole bunch of other I couldn't do it. I was in Miami on my boat.
On the new boat.
On my new boat. Okay, go ahead.
And then we have Gustavo Zuilaga.
What's he do?
He's a manufacturing engineer.
Or integer.
Integer.
At where?
At Invincible Boats.
I think they're in Florida. Invincible Boats, you know what they say, they're invincible. Hey, Gustav, thanks for coming too. Really appreciate that. Give me one more.
We have Megs Vetter.
What's she do?
She's a bosun on yachts.
All 3 of these guys watch the show, so it's a big thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We had 800 and something, people at the party.
It was a lot. It was
There's
crazy.
A lot of people.
Thank you guys.
And by the way, anybody who came up to me like Les, who came in a little earlier before the crowd started to say hi. That was great. And a lot of people didn't come, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why didn't you come? He's like, I don't like crowds.
No, yeah.
Meredith.
I heard that.
Meredith. She's like, I don't work well in crowds.
I had a friend, he said, there's yachties there.
Yeah. So a lot of people wanted to come, but okay, next year we'll do the quiet time party.
Yeah, thank you to everybody.
All right, we're going into Crew Corner next year. Damn it. Who's Crew Corner brought to you by?
Crew Corner is brought to you by Crew Haven.
What do they do for us?
They house us when we're not on this boat, so we can get off the boat and go on land.
Not the captain.
And the captain's not invited. You're not invited.
Get the other space, like the crew. So do they have bouncy houses?
They have the bouncy houses.
They have
They have the dancing monkeys, the serving
Monkey
monkeys.
butlers.
Monkey butlers. That's
Very
what
important.
they have, you know.
And
they have smoke machines, fog machines.
pink Rolls Royces.
The pink Rolls Royces.
They just got another house. They're all located near the boatyards.
these are awesome.
They just opened up. They're going to be opening up. We're going to do a show from it. It's really, really cool. Call Jamie. By the way, Jamie, congratulations on being engaged.
Congrats, girl.
Do you think he knows they're engaged? Sometimes the girl's like, we're engaged. And the guy's
I mean,
like, huh?
he had to propose.
Yeah, but sometimes the guy's like, okay.
No, we're just doing it. Get my ring.
Yeah. All right, next. Okay, here we go into...
Crew corner.
what do we got for crew corner? Wait, girls driving boats in bikinis, girls driving boats. I'm going to tell you.
No.
Listen, it's totally acceptable for girls. No?
No.
Oh, crap. What do we got?
All right, so can your full-time captain run the yacht as a bareboat?
Nope. That's crew corner. See you guys later.
Bye.
No. All right, look. This is a total misconception. If you are a full-time employed captain on a yacht, now they do it all the time in Miami, and I'm going to tell you why. Because that 40-foot Sea Ray's got 10 guys that run it every month. That's really the real deal. They get paid that day, and then they walk away.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's smart.
Okay, but you guys running these 120-foot boats under bareboat demise charter contract, and the full-time crew that's been with the owner for years is doing it. That's no good. There was a lawyer who just did something on Dock Walk, said the exact same thing. I've been saying it for years. Here's the deal. If you're working full-time for the owner and the crew are working full-time for the owner, there is no disconnect of between the owner and running the boats. Okay, because you're going to keep his best interests. Everybody in the plan is going to say, yeah, you work for the owner, you represent the owner. So just by giving a list of 3 or 4 captains and going, well, you got to pick this guy because he's been on the boat for 10 years, doesn't work. I don't care what the charter brokers say.
No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Now, you're going to say, well, that's how we do it. What are we going to do? We need to charter. I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to minimize the risk.
Okay.
Now, if you get pulled over by the Coast Guard, the boarding officer's probably just going to, whatever. Hey, I was in the Coast Guard. Sometimes we just want to go check out the boat. But if there's an accident, if there's mitigation, if there's arbitration on the charter contract, if something goes wrong and it ends up somebody gets hurt, this will all get pulled down, with a fine-tooth comb. It'll all get gone through. That's when you're going to run into problems. Now, here are the ways to minimize it.
We need him. Give it to us.
Okay. Rule number 1 is the charterer has to pay the crew. That never happens. Okay, all the money goes to the charter company, and then all the money goes to the owner, and they're like, well, we gave that, they split the contract up, the crew agreement, which happens to be exactly the same amount of commission that they get. And they're like, oh, no, it goes to the owner. In other words, every month you're still getting the same paycheck. That can't happen. What you need to do, first rule, is get one paycheck from your boss, and then whatever amount that was on the crew contract, you should get a second check. So at least you can say they're separate. No, this is the time I was working for my boss, and this check is for the time I was on charter. It's very simple to do. It's very easy to do. That's one way to be, hey, see, we really are in compliance. Second of all. Number two, you can't go around going, I'm the captain, and I'm the crew, and you don't like it, tough shit. Because the charterer is your employer. You need to make that extremely clear when they walk on board that, hey, I'm here for you. I work for you. I'm not going to be checking with the boss to see if we can go there. All right? If you're the captain, you should have a contract. It's going to tell you exactly where the boat can and can't go. That's it. He can fire you, by the way, if he doesn't like it. Now, usually the charter will end because without a captain. But you've got to make that clear. And third, number three. And I hate this. Well, what are you going to give them? I'm like, I'm not going to give you guys anything. I'm talking to the charter broker. Oh, well, could you spend $1,500 on flowers so when they walk on it looks nice? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. No. This is a bareboat charter. For me to make it legit, they have to pay for everything. I always told the agents, I said, well, if you want flowers, I'd be happy to send them. You can pay for them. Oh, we don't do that. Well, why am I doing that? All right. If the charter guest is not getting charged for it, you giving them freebies, it dilutes the agreement. It's bareboat. It's bare. That's it. They actually have to hire the crew. You get nothing. Nothing. You should not be giving them stuff away. Oh, we're going to give you an extra day. We're going to throw in these steaks. Oh, the lobsters are. It sounds nice, and you want to be nice. I mean, like, we're a UPV. We don't bareboat charter, but the guy spent 130 grand to be on this boat, and it was like, oh, you're being cheap. You don't want to throw in $1,000 for flowers. That's not the point. What we're trying to do is make it look legit. We're not trying to make it look legit. We're trying to be legit.
Be legit.
Okay. After the charter, everything's done. Send them something at home. Thanks for the charter. From the owner. That's where it should come from.
Yeah.
Okay. Not from the charter agent, from the captain, from the crew, kind of fudging things.
For sure.
Those three things will minimize and make it look more like a charter. Trust me when I say this. I'm doing this an awfully short time. No, long time. Anyway, that's it for the show. That's it for the show today. I hope everybody enjoyed the party. Next year's going to be like 2,000 people. We'll see you guys next week. We're like super, super busy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Paige.
And that's the bottom line.